Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something that affects us all, worrying about the future. We spend so much time stressing about what's ahead, fearing the unknown, and trying to control things beyond our reach. But the truth is, worrying about the future does not change it. It only robs us of the present. Think about it. How many times have you worried about something that never even happened? How often has fear stopped you from enjoying the moment? Life is unpredictable, yes, but that's what makes it beautiful. Instead of worrying, let's embrace the future with confidence, knowing that we are capable, strong, and ready for whatever comes our way. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't take you anywhere. Many of us spend hours, days, or even years consumed by thoughts of what might happen in the future. We think about worst case scenarios, unexpected failures, and problems that haven't even occurred yet. But in doing so, we forget to truly live in the moment. The truth is, no amount of worrying will change the outcome of tomorrow. It won't prevent problems, nor will it bring solutions. All it does is drain our energy, cloud our judgment, and take away the happiness we could be experiencing right now. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack full of rocks everywhere you go. This is what worry does to your mind. It weighs you down unnecessarily, making it harder to enjoy the good moments unfolding before you. Think about the times when you've worried about something only to realize later that it wasn't as bad as you imagined. How many nights have you spent overthinking a situation only to see it resolve itself in ways you never expected? Most of our fears exist only in our minds, not in reality. Instead of fixating on the unknown, try shifting your focus to what you can control: your mindset, your actions, and your attitude toward life. When you choose to be present and let go of unnecessary fear, you open yourself up to joy, clarity, and peace of mind. The future will come whether we worry about it or not. So why not meet it with confidence instead of fear? Have you ever found yourself losing sleep over a situation, imagining every possible way it could go wrong, only to later realize that nothing bad actually happened? This is the nature of worry. It tricks us into believing that disaster is just around the corner, even when there is no real evidence to support it. Studies have shown that the vast majority of the things we worry about never become reality. Our minds are wired to anticipate danger as a survival instinct, but in today's world, this often leads to unnecessary anxiety rather than actual protection. We create worst-case scenarios in our heads, exaggerating potential problems and underestimating our ability to handle them. Think about a time when you were nervous about an exam, a job interview, or an important conversation. You might have imagined failing, being embarrassed, or making a huge mistake. But when the moment arrived, it was probably far less intimidating than you expected. Or perhaps it even went better than you had hoped. This pattern repeats itself over and over in life, yet we continue to allow fear to dictate our thoughts. The problem with fear is that it magnifies uncertainties, making small concerns seem like massive obstacles. When we spend too much time focusing on what could go wrong, we forget that just as many things, if not more, could go right. Fear is often just a projection of our insecurities, not an accurate reflection of reality. Instead of assuming the worst, try challenging your worries. Ask yourself, is there real proof that this fear will come true? Has my mind exaggerated the situation? Even if things don't go as planned, what is the worst that could actually happen? Most of the time, the answers to these questions will reveal that our fears are far less serious than we initially believed. By recognizing that most of our fears are unfounded, we can begin to free ourselves from unnecessary stress. Instead of letting fear paralyze us, we can use it as a reminder to stay present, focus on facts, and trust that life often works out better than we expect. Many of us fear the unknown because we crave control. We want to plan everything in advance, anticipate every possible outcome, and ensure that nothing catches us off guard. But the truth is, no matter how much we prepare, life will always remain unpredictable. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's what makes life exciting, meaningful, and full of possibilities. Imagine if everything in life was already set in stone, if you knew exactly what was going to happen every day, month, and year. At first it might seem comforting, but over time it would become dull and uninspiring. The beauty of life comes from its surprises. The unexpected friendships, the opportunities we never saw coming, and the moments that take our breath away. Some of the best things that happen to us are the ones we never planned for. Think about how many times something didn't go according to plan, only to turn out even better than you expected. Maybe you missed an opportunity, but it led you to something greater. Maybe you faced a setback, but it taught you an important lesson that shaped who you are today. Life has a way of giving us what we need, even when it's not what we originally wanted. If we embrace life's uncertainty instead of fearing it, we can open ourselves up to endless possibilities. Every day brings a new chance to learn, grow, and experience something unexpected. Instead of resisting change, we can welcome it, knowing that even the difficult moments are part of our journey. The unpredictability of life also teaches us resilience. When we stop expecting things to always go according to plan, we learn to adapt, to stay strong, and to trust that we can handle whatever comes our way. Rather than seeing uncertainty as a threat, we can see it as an adventure, an opportunity to explore, to discover, and to be surprised by all the wonderful things the future holds. One of the biggest reasons we worry about the future is because we doubt our ability to handle what's coming. We ask ourselves, what if I fail? What if I can't handle it? What if I'm not strong enough? But in these moments of doubt, we often forget one crucial fact. We have already faced difficult situations before, and we made it through. Think back to the challenges you've encountered in life. Maybe you struggled with school, experienced heartbreak, lost a job, or went through a time when everything seemed uncertain. At that moment, it might have felt like you wouldn't make it, like the stress and fear were too much to bear, but somehow you pushed through. You found solutions, adapted, and became stronger. This is proof that you are far more resilient than you give yourself credit for. You have a history of overcoming difficulties, learning from your mistakes, and growing through adversity. No matter how impossible something seemed at the time, you found a way forward. So why should the future be any different? Trusting yourself means acknowledging your own strength and wisdom. It means believing that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the ability to face them, learn from them, and move forward. It doesn't mean that everything will always be easy, but it does mean that you are capable. We often look at successful or strong people and think they have everything figured out. But the truth is, they trust themselves enough to know they will handle whatever comes their way. They don't let fear stop them because they recognize their own resilience. The future may be uncertain, but one thing is certain. You are stronger than your worries. You have already conquered struggles in the past, and you will continue to do so in the future. Every time you doubt yourself, remind yourself of everything you have already survived. Let that be proof that you are more than capable of handling whatever comes next. One of the biggest mistakes we make is spending too much time either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We replay past mistakes, regrets, and failures in our minds, or we anxiously anticipate what might happen tomorrow, next month, or even years from now. But in doing so, we completely miss the only moment that truly belongs to us, the present. The present moment is where real life happens. It's the only time we can take action, make choices, and shape our future. Yet, how often do we allow the present to slip away because we are too busy stressing about things beyond our control? We rush through our days, distracted by thoughts of what could happen, instead of fully appreciating what is happening right now. Think about this. Has worrying about the future ever actually changed the outcome? Probably not. All it does is create stress, anxiety, and unnecessary fear. But when you focus on the present, on what you can do today, you regain control. You stop feeling helpless and start feeling empowered. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the future. It simply means recognizing that the best way to create a good future is by making the most of today. If you want success, focus on the small steps you can take right now. If you want happiness, appreciate the beauty in your life today, instead of waiting for some distant moment to feel fulfilled. If you want to be at peace, let go of unnecessary fears and focus on what is real and tangible in front of you. The past is unchangeable and the future is unpredictable, but this moment right here, right now, is yours. Every decision you make in the present shapes the future in ways you can't always see. When you focus on the now, you make room for clarity, growth, and positive action. Instead of being lost in what ifs, choose to be grounded in what is. The more you embrace the present, the more power you have over your life. Worrying feels productive. When we stress about the future, we often convince ourselves that we are being responsible, that by anticipating every possible problem, we are somehow preventing disaster. But in reality, worrying doesn't solve problems. It only drains our energy, clouds our judgment, and keeps us stuck in fear instead of moving forward. Think about all the time and mental energy spent worrying about things that never actually happened. Hours lost in overthinking, sleepless nights imagining worst-case scenarios, moments of anxiety that rob you of peace. All of it accomplished nothing except increasing your stress. Now, imagine if all that energy had been redirected into something useful, preparation, problem solving, or self-improvement. The truth is, worrying and preparing are two very different things. Worrying is passive. It keeps you stuck in fear, running in circles without taking action. Preparation, on the other hand, is active. It allows you to acknowledge potential challenges and take practical steps to handle them. Instead of dwelling on what might go wrong, preparation shifts your focus to what you can do right now to make things better. For example, if you are worried about an upcoming test, instead of spending days stressing about failure, you can channel that energy into studying and practicing. If you are anxious about financial security, instead of worrying about what if I don't have enough money in the future, you can start saving and budgeting today. Worrying only creates fear, action creates confidence. Growth also happens when we replace worry with learning. Instead of fearing the unknown, We can embrace it as an opportunity to develop new skills, gain experience, and become stronger. The future is uncertain, but instead of wasting energy trying to predict or control it, we can prepare ourselves to face it with knowledge, adaptability, and courage. Every time you catch yourself worrying, ask, is this helping me or is it just making me anxious? If the answer is the latter, shift your focus. Find one small step you can take to turn your fear into action. When you stop pouring energy into worry and start using it for preparation and growth, you'll feel more empowered, capable, and ready to handle whatever comes next. One of the main reasons people worry about the future is self-doubt. They question whether they will be strong enough, smart enough, or prepared enough to deal with what's ahead. But here's the truth. You are far more capable than you think. You have already faced challenges, struggles, and uncertainties before, and each time, you found a way through. Think about the difficulties you've encountered in the past. At the time, they may have seemed overwhelming, but you survived them. You adapted, learned, and became stronger. The same resilience that got you through those moments still exists within you today. If you could handle the past, what makes you think you won't be able to handle the future? Believing in yourself doesn't mean you will never face hardships. Life will always have ups and downs. But what truly matters is how you approach those challenges. If you constantly doubt yourself, you'll allow fear to control your decisions. If you trust in your ability to handle whatever comes next, you'll be able to move forward with confidence and strength. Many successful people didn't start off with all the answers. They simply had faith in their ability to figure things out along the way. They didn't let fear of the unknown stop them from pursuing their goals. Instead, they trusted themselves, took action, and learned as they went. That same mindset can apply to you. You don't need to have every detail of your future figured out. You just need to trust that you will navigate it when the time comes. Another important thing to remember is that you are not alone. No one has to face life's uncertainties by themselves. When challenges arise, you will have people, friends, family, mentors who can support you, offer advice, and help you find solutions. Part of believing in yourself is knowing that you don't have to do everything alone. You can seek help and guidance when needed. So instead of focusing on what if I fail, start asking yourself, what if I succeed? Instead of thinking, I'm not ready, remind yourself, I will figure it out. Life is unpredictable, but one thing remains constant: your ability to learn, grow, and adapt. Trust in that, and you will always be prepared for whatever comes next. We often cling to the idea that we must have everything figured out. We try to control every outcome, plan every detail, and eliminate uncertainty. But the reality is, no one has complete control over life. Unexpected challenges will arise, plans will change, and the future will remain unknown. The sooner we learn to let go of the need to control everything, the more we can truly experience and enjoy life. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting that some things are beyond your control and choosing to focus on what you can influence. Your mindset, your actions, and how you respond to situations. When you stop resisting life's unpredictability, you make space for peace, growth, and happiness. Faith, whether in yourself, in the journey of life, or in something greater, is what allows you to move forward without fear. It reminds you that you don't have to have all the answers today. Life will guide you, experiences will shape you, and every challenge will teach you something valuable. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, believe that things will work out in ways you can't yet see. Think about some of the best moments in your life. Friendships, opportunities, experiences. Many of them likely happened unexpectedly, without careful planning. They came to you because you allowed life to flow rather than trying to control every step. The same will happen with your future. There are incredible opportunities ahead that you haven't even imagined yet, but you have to be open to them. When you hold on too tightly to fear, you miss the beauty of the present. You overlook the small joys. Laughter with friends, the warmth of the sun, the excitement of trying something new, because you are too preoccupied with what's next. But life isn't meant to be lived in constant anxiety. It's meant to be experienced fully, with curiosity, gratitude, and trust. So take a deep breath, let go of unnecessary worry. Have faith that life has a way of working itself out. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Because when you stop trying to control the future, you free yourself to truly live in the present. At the end of the day, worrying about the future won't change it. It will only steal the happiness, peace, and opportunities available to you right now. Life is uncertain, yes, but that uncertainty is what makes it exciting, full of possibilities, and worth living. You have already overcome challenges before, and you will continue to do so. You are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you give yourself credit for. Instead of fearing what's ahead, embrace the present, trust yourself, and have faith that everything will work out as it's meant to. So take each day as it comes. Replace worry with action, fear with faith, and stress with gratitude. Let go of the need to control every outcome and instead focus on making the most of today. Because when you stop worrying about the future, you allow yourself to truly live. Trust yourself, trust the journey, and most importantly, enjoy every step along the way.